Have you ever spoken to online leads before where you have good conversations, but then they end up ghosting you? Or you speak to them, they say they want to see homes with you, and eventually change their mind. And then you find out that they bought with someone else. This is a very common challenge a lot of realtors face. And today we're going to dive into how to solve this in a visual way. I have a different style of video for you guys today because I want to actually visually show you how we can overcome this. My name is Sid Chandra. I've been a real estate agent for over 10 years. We've helped over 100 agents in North America scale their business with online ads and AI systems to six figures and beyond. I'm excited to share what I have used in my own business for over 5 years to generate $1 million in commissions and have systems in place to be able to take time off while I'm generating commissions. So let's dive right in. Fill your database and let the systems work for you. It's exactly what it says. These are, for the record, coaching slides that I share with my team, with my clients, and they pay thousands of dollars for this. Today, I am actually letting you guys in on this for absolutely free. It's going to be a workshop style video where you will need to take notes and get real life examples. So hang tight, stay tuned. They didn't choose you, they chose the competition. I hear this frequently, right? And it's not really the fact that they chose the competition. It's they just forgot you. Right now, someone in your network is thinking about buying or selling, but they're not calling you, not because they don't trust you, but because they just forgot you were in real estate. Out of sight equals out of mind and equals out of commission. The agents who win, they're not better. They just know how to be more visible. You must have seen a lot of agents with bus stop signs around your area, billboard signs, or sending out flyers, or constantly in your face on social media, right? That's their way of staying on top of mind with their prospects. What do you do to be in sight with your prospects? What most agents think is their prospects found another agent, they aren't good enough, they went with someone cheaper, but what really happened is they just forgot you were in business. They may have even paid more than what you would have charged, but they just don't know you exist. And we're gonna cover how you can solve this today. One email address, 5 years, 7 deals. This is a real story. We had a client, Rashida, who received an email from a client. Basically, she met someone and grabbed a work email from this client 5 years ago. After she received that work email, she put it in her database and kept nurturing that lead with helpful tips, emails, sold data, market updates. As years went by, she noticed that this lead was opening her emails. Year 5, they reached out. She truly appreciated the type of content that was being shared. And eventually, she not only bought with this agent, but she gave her 6 other referrals. That one lead turned into 6 figures in commissions for her. How? Just by having her system nurture this lead on autopilot. How much effort did she put in genuinely and staying on top of mind with this lead? Sure, a couple hours a week, but that's high leverage because she's not only nurturing this lead, but all the other hundreds of leads that she has in her database as well. The nice thing about this is there was zero ad spend involved and the ROI is substantial. Your network is your net worth, full stop. And you must have heard this from your brokers, trainers in the industry. In any business, your network is everything. Your database should not be a spreadsheet or just in your phone. It should be a living and breathing system that's constantly being updated with new contacts, being nurtured with emails, text messages, phone calls, and there should be reminders on who you should be reaching out to first versus people that are looking far out in the future. Plant seeds now and harvest later. Think like a farmer, not a hunter. If you have a dialed in system where you're nurturing leads ongoingly, you will have different sources of leads go in there. You might have some past clients, you might have some neighbors, you might have coworkers, friends and family, and then there will be a bucket for online leads here too. That's one of the most effective buckets actually because it's predictable and scalable. All the leads you get should go into this one funnel where they're being nurtured with emails and texts ongoingly based on their timelines. And I'll get into what those look like in the later slides. You have one job, get more people in your database who know you're in real estate, of course. Your phone contacts, your past connections, community, social engagement. The rule is if they say hi to you at a coffee shop, they go into your database. We're going to do an exercise, which is going to be quite interesting for you to realize how many untapped leads you have that you should be contacting. contacting. There are 4 types of content that make people call you. Educational content, which is if, let's say, there's a political change in your area, or the interest rates went up, or if there are updates with, let's say, new builds in your neighborhood. That's something leads will find valuable. Your prospects will find valuable. Share that. Positions you as an expert. Neighborhood highlights, right? Any new restaurants or highways being developed, any new schools, malls, subdivisions being created. Talk about that. It makes you the go-to agent in the area. Behind the scenes moments. Things like what you learned in your personal life, what you're reading, what quotes you stand by, your health habits, your family life. All of that is useful information for people to get to know you as a person, because it's not always just about business. This is a people's to people's relationship business. Sold data. This builds credibility, right? Reviews with your contacts, with your clients, I should say, or testimonies, video interviews, sold properties, how you sold them over asking or bought a property well below asking. Share it in a story style rather than just giving facts. Like this prospect had a challenge finding the home they wanted. They were being priced out every time. And then we bought this home for them, which was not only within their range, but we negotiated $50,000 below the asking price. That's a win, and that should be shared with everyone in your system. So people think of you when they want an experience like that. Where would this go? So you'd send them in the emails, and then you'd also want to repurpose that as social media content. If some people have tools like Canva and AI tools like ChatGPT to quickly repurpose content when they need to, now there are AI image generators on Google as well that can help you with creating social media posts. Once you are proficient with this, we help our clients get VAs as well, so they can offload all of these admin tasks to them and focus on just working with clients. You don't need ideas. They're already in Instagram, right? On Instagram, if you open it up right now, you have your phone on handy. If you search, matter of fact, I could probably search right now. If I were to search real estate right here, real estate reels, I'm going to see a bunch of options here. Use these as inspiration, right? There are so many different types. Like if I were to say real estate market update, I'm going to see tons of options here. Say Toronto, for example. This is simple and easy to copy, right? Use your brand and just talk about the stats. This alone can also help with just building some trust. But I always like to go a step further and look at how many views, how many comments, how many likes did these posts got. This is another one that's nice to repurpose. It's a new development in Toronto. I'm just giving you an example of what I would do if I was in Toronto, but you could do the same in any city or country you're in. And this can be very easy to emulate. Instead of trying to come up with something yourself, go with what's already tested and working. Same thing applies for Facebook. If you open up Facebook right now and you search up, let's do this while I'm with you. I go into groups and I search here for, let's say, Toronto homeowners. I can see a bunch of different groups here where I can, for instance, here, homes for sale by owner in Ontario. Now we have all these homes that are being sold by the owners themselves. If I join this group, I have so many opportunities here. If I were to share just some helpful tips on how they can sell their home on their own, they're going to feel like, oh, who's this guy? Why is he helping us? And if he knows so much, what else does he know that he's not sharing? Let me reach out. So this is going to be a high leverage where you're marketing to people that already need your service. Every question should be a content idea. Anytime your prospects bring up a question, it could be as simple as, how do I get qualified with my income? Or where do I find good deals in this area? Whatever those questions are, note them down and think about how you can create content with that. A full week of content ideas in just 10 minutes. Here's what you're going to do. Open up ChatGPT right now on your phone and you can type something like this. All right, I'm going to do this with you. As I ChatGPT, log in right here. I'm a real estate agent in, let's say, Brampton. My audience is move up sellers, make them specific, keep each idea 2 sentences. Bam. Most first time buyers think they need 20% down, local market angle, personal story prompt. So a bunch of ideas, literally 10 seconds. That's how you can have your idea creation locked in and then just work on execution. Stop creating every day. Batch it once and run it all month. This is something I stand by, and it served me so well. Every Sunday after 4 weeks, I record content. Matter of fact, this content right now is being recorded in batches. I have 3 other videos that I will be recording, so I'll be covered for the rest of the month. Same idea here. Write your emails, right? Record your videos, styles, so I can target everybody in different channels. There's a rule that Google had put out several years ago called the 7-hour rule. That means anybody that prospect that's buying a high ticket service from you needs to consume at least 7 hours of content before they buy from you. This is just because there's a trust recession and people need to know you by consuming more content. So same idea here. Month 1, this is a habits graph. The first month's always going to be very taxing. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel annoying. Do it anywhere, right? Month 3, you're gonna get into a rhythm. It's gonna feel like, okay, this is like a workout, this is like taking a shower, I have to do it. Month 6, you're barely gonna think about it. It's just gonna be in your subconscious mind. And then a year later, warm leads will start reaching out to you. They will start appreciating your content. They will start saying things like, oh, you're everywhere, I've been watching you. And the conversations are gonna feel like you're talking to a buddy rather than a stranger. And that's where we wanna be. Think about what content you want to start with. It doesn't have to be everything at once. Don't overwhelm yourself, but rather block out 2 to 3 hours and nail at least one style of content, whether that's YouTube, emails, or shorts. Make one video do the work of 5. So if you create a short video, post it on Instagram, you can actually post that as a Facebook reel as well. You can pull out a strong quote from there, turn that graphic using Canva into a post. Canva has AI tools in it now, so you can literally put in the quote into Canva and it will spit out a post for you. Transcribe it using Otter or Descript, and now you can paste it into an email newsletter as well. Then if you want to get even more fancy, paste that transcript into AI and ask it to give you 5 captions that you can now post as a story video or on TikTok, right? So this way you're hitting all different channels that you are active on with just one idea. That's the power of leverage. That's the power of working smart than working hard. One short video can get you all these different pieces of content if you really work strategically here. The agents who start today will be unbeatable in 2 years, right? One work email for Rashida resulted in over 6 figures in commission. I've had so many instances where I've put leads in my database 2-3 years ago and ended up closing them because they constantly consume my content. This is a graphic of how the compound effect will work in your favor. Right? Today, it's gonna build, you're not gonna get as many responses right off the bat. But as months go by, the graph gets, like, the amount of responses, the amount of warm inbound leads you start getting start to increase. And then eventually, you're not gonna need ads anymore to generate business, because you'll have a big enough database and people that know you, like you, and trust you that will constantly just use you as their agent or refer you more business. There's 3 moves I'm going to leave you with today. Count the amount of leads you have in your database right now. Open up your phone, right? Look at how many contacts you have in there that don't know you're in real estate. That is an opportunity. That is a gap. People you know that know you and know that you're in real estate versus people that don't know you're in real estate, that difference is the opportunity. You should be reaching out to these folks and bringing them into your database with a simple question like, hey, I'm in real estate and I love updating people with market updates and helpful tips. Would you be interested in me staying in touch with you? Awesome. Can I get your email? And pop it in there. Next thing is, so find 10 people every day and put them in your database this way. It could be a mix of your online leads coming through as well as your network or people you meet on a regular basis. Send one piece of content by Friday. Make it a point to send emails and posts every week. That's non-negotiable if you want to build a brand and stay on top of mind with your leads. The third step is batch your content, right? Put it in the calendar right now and write out your scripts. So when it's content day, you're just banging everything out. There's no brain work required at that point, Remember, our client Rashida here didn't build a referral machine overnight. She built it one consistent action step at a time. Starting with one email address, your system can compound just like it did for her. Hope you found this video helpful, folks. This is just a snippet of what I recommend doing once you have your systems in place, once you have a consistent flow of leads coming through, or if you know that you have a system, you have a CRM that you can nurture your leads with. You know what they say, the best CRM is the one you use, and that couldn't be more true. So if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this. Until next time, keep selling more homes.